Europe's corruption stain isn't going away anytime soon. Its top leaders would have expected that their murky dealings in the past would go unnoticed. Not to be. Rather, skeletons are tumbling out of the closet pretty quickly. First, it was the Qatargate scandal involving European Parliament Vice President Eva Kaili. Now, it's none other than Ursula von der Leyen, the chief of the European Commission, who is under the scanner for purchases of Pfizer's COVID vaccines. As a result, European lawmakers have sharpened their knives and have decided to grill the Commission's president publicly. So, what has Ursula von der Leyen done, and what do these charges mean for Europe? Hello and welcome. This is Sanveer Singh Ranhotra and you're watching First Post. The European Parliament's COVID-19 committee has reportedly summoned the European Commission's President Ursula von der Leyen for the purchase of COVID vaccines, which she reportedly did all by herself. According to Politico, lawmakers want to know her role in negotiating a massive multi-billion euro coronavirus vaccine contract signed with US-based Pfizer at the height of the COVID pandemic. First Post had reported in October last year how the EU's Public Prosecutor's Office said it was investigating the deal, but without taking any names. It was widely anticipated that it was Ursula who was under the lens. Now, the latest summons for Ursula point in that direction. Kathleen Van Bremt, the COVID committee's chair, said in a statement, "The European Union has spent a lot of public resources into the production and purchase of vaccines during the pandemic." She added, and I quote, "The Parliament has the right to obtain full transparency on the modalities of these expenditures and the preliminary negotiations leading up to them." Underline the phrase "right to obtain full transparency." That's precisely what's missing from von der Leyen's response to these charges. What are we talking about? You see, in 2021, the European Commission President had told the New York Times that she exchanged messages with the Pfizer CEO for a month. This was ahead of the EU signing a massive contract to get 900 million COVID-19 vaccine doses. She was accused of negotiating this deal all by herself, circumventing regular channels. Notably, that's a charge that's been held against Ursula for quite some time now. She's known as an authoritative figure, and with her top-down approach, several European leaders have accused the Commission President in the past for not taking her colleagues into confidence. Remember, the European Commission is a union of 27 other commissioners, one from each member state. Such an approach by the President flies right in the face of the EU's democratic and liberal principles. The European Public Prosecutor's Office, which is the bloc's legal arm, had opened an investigation into these contracts in October, but didn't mention explicitly whom it was investigating. Even the European Commission's president, on her part, is yet to come clear on these charges. Interestingly, when some journalists investigating the deal asked for Ursula von der Leyen's texts to be made public, the Commission said it couldn't because those were short-lived, ephemeral documents. To make things murkier, the COVID panel has so far heard from both the Court of Auditors and the bloc's ombudsman. But the key party, Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla, refused to testify before the panel, twice. Lawmakers hit back. Kathleen Van Bremt also said in a recent statement that the committee would ask the Parliament to revoke Pfizer's access privileges to the European Parliament following Bourla's refusal. As for Ursula, she has been in a similar situation before. During her stint as Germany's defense minister, she was accused of unfairly favoring only certain defense manufacturers. The Commission President had in fact admitted that mistakes have been made by officials under her. So, what's next for Ursula von der Leyen? The panel will send its notice to Parliament President Roberta Metsola, who has a choice to make, to summon her or not. While von der Leyen is well within her right to decline the summon, she can't really afford to go down that path. You see, the Qatargate corruption scandal is still fresh in everyone's mind. In the aftermath of grave allegations against the top brass, the bloc had vowed to improve transparency and accountability. The COVID-19 committee's summon seems to be a step in that direction. But Ursula's refusal to face the music will not just raise more stink about the vaccine scandal, but also dent the bloc's remaining credibility. So, do you think Ursula von der Leyen will come clean on the charges? Do let us know in the comments.